So let's first create a case. Whatever we have seen till now, let's create a case first. Yes. So purchase request is our case, and we are just creating it. Yeah, first in the first screen, we are going for the customer details. Of course, we don't want now. We can just go for submit. And in the second screen, we are searching for a product. So we are entering a product name, maybe product type as laptop. Yeah, tab, anything. So now what we have seen is we have seen all the six product types which are of tab. So next what we are doing is out of this 104, 105, 106, we have some product IDs, right? What you do is you'll select one of them. Yeah, whenever you select one product list in it, then what you do is you will submit this. So whenever you submit this, what are the selected item, what are the selected product lists you have taken, that should be shown over here. In the next screen, it should show. Okay, whatever you have selected, in the next screen, it should show. Okay, so it should show in the next screen that we need to do it now. At this particular time, we have to do it. Okay, we'll do, our scenario is what? Our scenario is selecting one row from a page list and copying into the next screen. So whenever you're copying, are you copying all the list or only one particular record? You're just copying only one record. Okay, you're copying one record. One record means it is a single page. So our requirement is what? Copying one record from a page list into a page property. Okay, so for this you need to have a page property. Do you have any page property created? And so it will create operator. So now, is this a single value property or a page property? It's a page property, so we have to change the property type to a single page. Exact. So in the page definition, what you have to write, the values which are copied from a page list, right? So that page list is calling from which data class? It is from products, right? So that you have to write. No, what I'm saying is whatever the page list property, can you expand purchase request over there? So our all the rows are available in product list, right? Click on product list. So this product list is defined on which page? It is defined on rel. Okay, class is there, but this page list property, it is a page list property, right? It is defined from which page? It is referring which class? It is referring product class. So that class we need to write in the single page also, because it is storing the same properties, right? So we have to call the same page definition in our single page, right? Exactly. Then save. Now we have to go to case lifecycle. So the question would be like, the scenario they will say there's a list of records, from that you want to copy into the into a page. How do you do that? So what you do, you'll write a data transform actually, but before that what you have to do, you need to have a page property, so that need to be called. So where we have to select the product is there, right? Actually it is selected product, but yes, okay, select product, configure view. So here you have to call the property which you have created. Now you can write there as selected down arrow. So there's so many things selected. Yeah, selected product. Can you see? Yeah, selected product. So it comes automatically over there. Okay, because you have already created. So submit this, save this. Okay, now run the case. Now, yeah, you search for one product, and when you select and submit, see, nothing has come here. Nothing has come out of here because we didn't write any logic. We have all the things, but we didn't write any logic to copy the selected data. But whenever you're selecting, do you have any radio button or a checkbox there to select it? Means no, you don't have, right? So because we will select it and then we can copy into this. So what we do is we will add an extra property called as radio button over there. Okay, can we add that? So how to add? Go to select, go to again case type, work model. Yeah. So where do you have to add? You have to add in the second, we need to open the UI only. Okay, go to App Explorer and open the UI. Expand user interface, expand section, click on the third one, request for the product list. Yeah. You added that, but it was not showing. Why? Did you select, go to select products case type? Sorry, purchase request. Sorry, yeah, sorry. Purchase request case type. Save and run this. Why? There is no select. You have seen there, but yeah, okay. So it was shown, it was not showing in the list. Okay, that we will add. Click on request for the product section. That is request. Yes. So in this table, we want that particular property, another property, select property is there, right? That we need to call over here. So how do you call? So in the table, we have 4 records, right? 4 columns, right? We need another extra column. So I'll add an extra column here. Right click, insert column. Which side we want? Left side. So what is the column name? So column name is, what is the value? Double click on this, column value is select. Okay, column value, I mean, it's a value, it's a label type. And the property name is what? Property is also select. So open, double click on that. So dot select. Okay. So, but this is what? It's not a text type, right? It should be a radio button. So change the control. So what it is? Radio button. Submit. Okay. Say. Now upon select, right? So now what happened now? Actually, whenever you are creating a table list, okay, table columns, whenever you have created a table layout, in a table layout, only one property should have the importance as primary. Okay, so how do you check whether it is having primary or not? If you select this whole thing, settings icon, you have importance over here, right? Importance as primary. Okay, so this is importance of primary. And coming to this product ID, this is also having primary. What is this actually, right? So basically, when you create an application, you create an application by keeping on mind that you are using this in a desktop. But sometimes the same application might be used on mobile apps also. The screen resolution of desktop and mobile is different, right? So that time you cannot show all the columns which are available on your record. Like there are 5 columns. Maybe there are certain times there might be 10 columns also. If it is a desktop, yes, you can show properly, but if it is a mobile, you cannot show them 10, right? Because there will be horizontal scrolling happening in your mobile. So to avoid that horizontal scrolling, what you can do is, or if you want to make flexible to use in mobile, what you use is, you will have something called as importance in table layout. So what are the 3 things available in importance means? One is primary, one is secondary, and one is other. If you make it as primary, then that particular column should be the first column in your table, and it will always available in your that is always available in your UI, means whenever you are showing displaying it, it will be shown. Okay, it acts like a primary key, but it's not a primary key. We are making its importance as primary. And next, another one is secondary. Other than the first column, any column can be a secondary, means this is a secondary importance in my table. We are telling like that. Okay, and coming to other is like, if you do not have any importance at all in your application and your screen size is getting reduced, you want to avoid to show that particular column. Okay, so you do not want to show that particular column to your user. Okay, it's like a non-critical column. So whenever you want to make one column in a table as a non-critical column, then what you do is you make that particular column's importance as other. Then that particular property or column will not be shown in your screen. Okay, so we have done this same. Okay, let's go to the case. Yeah, let me refresh this. I don't know whether it refreshes or I have to create a new thing. Rule resolution, what it does, it picks from the, can you see it has picked from the thing. Can you see now? You got select now, but there is no radio button. It's not showing radio button. Okay, radio button only it is there. So in the presentation, I'll make it as editable. Can you see now radio button? Now you can select now, right? So now assume that you have selected this particular fifth one. Yeah, you have selected this. Let's go back to the submit. But is it copied yet? It's yet not copied to us because we didn't written any logic to copy the data which is being selected again. So to copy a data from one page to the other form, or from one page, from one property to the another property, we need a rule called as data transform or activity. Anything is fine. Activity can also be written and data transform can also be written, but we avoid writing activity because we already have a rule which is copying, right? So then why do you want to go for activity? So you will not go to activity. What you do, you'll just go to the data transform. So we have to create one data transform. Okay, let's create one data transform. Just give me 1 minute. Go to App Explorer. Right click on purchase request, create data model, data transform. Copy selected data, selected product. Right. Now from where you are copying is very important, right? So this is data transform. Purpose of data transform is what? To copy the data from one page to other page. You can also do initialization. You can also do manipulation. These are all things you can do. So under actions, you have certain types of actions over here. Can you please click on actions there? Yeah. So what are all this? Set, remove, update page, apply data transform, when otherwise, append to, append and map to, for each page in, and exit for each, exit data transfer. So we have these all things. And for each page in is like looping. So now we want for each page in, because why do you want for each page in over here? Because from a list of records you have to check which one is selected. Okay, so yeah, you have to loop from all the list of records, right? First record, second record, third record, fourth. You have to do this. So for that you need to have a loop. So in data transform you have a loop called as for each page, right? Okay, which page? From which page? In which page you want to loop?
Product.
Product list. Yeah, in a product list, do you want to select all the one or only one? Only I mean one. From the product list, do you want to select all the records or only one record? Only one record. Which record? One row. Which row?
Selected one.
That have something which is selected only, you need to copy. Then what you need to write? In 1.1, you need to write when rule. Yeah, when option. What is that when? Right there, dot select or option that same, you write that dot select equal to t, and you are writing it as when, right? So it will not show. So true, single quotes may true. If it is true only, then what you have to do? You have to take the values from where, in which values you have to copy. You have to copy it in the, you have to copy it in where? You have to copy it in the single page record. So write that single page record dot product list. No. It is dot selected product. Dot selected product. Dot select. No, not this. Yeah. I think it will throw an error because you are inside it. Right? Primary dot. Selected product. Dot product ID is equal to dot product ID. Product list. Yeah, you have to write from product list, right? Product list. Now, whenever you write a product list, is a single record, a single page, or it's a page list property? It's a page list property. Yeah, whenever it is page list property, it will have a subscript. Yes. Like first record, second record, third record, fourth record, it will have those things. That means in the brackets, you have to write as current. Okay, the value, save. In that way, you need to write other target, same you have to write again. Then you have to configure, right? Where do you want to configure this data transform? Configure this data transform in connector. Okay, go to the flow root, request flow root. Your next is what? Where do you want to do that? Flow root. Yeah, scroll down slowly under set properties. Yeah, can you see apply data transform? Yeah, here you have to apply the data transform. Submit, save. Search for a product first. Select. Yeah, here the problem is invalid expression. Can you change that expression? Primary dot product list. Hey, see, now this is submit, tab, select. Yeah, I got the output. Yeah, what was the error? Actually, the error is in the data transform itself, in the when rule.